topic, how much skin is too much skin? Is there something as dressing too revealing? There is no such thing as dressing too revealing or showing too much skin. Honestly, dress the way you feel comfortable, dress how you like it. The way you dress says so much about you, and it's such an identity thing, and it's so much fun experimenting with colors and outfits, and it says a lot about you, and don't let anyone control that or take that away from you. If you like to dress sexy, do that. Don't do it because of a guy. Don't do it because it's sexy for a guy. Do it for you. If you want to wear a pantsuit one day and rock that, then you do you. Don't think about what a guy would find attractive or what society would approve of. Let's break the gender rules and let's stop dressing gender appropriate. Wear a pantsuit if you want to, dress sexy if you want to, but don't do it for a guy. Do it for you, you know? Wear what you love and look good doing it. For me, I dress how I feel like. Sometimes I dress comfortable, sometimes I wear short skirts, sometimes I wear a pantsuit. It depends on my mood and how I feel like. And I don't ever want to dress after society's weird rules that you have to dress a certain way or look a certain way to be acceptable. We do think a lot about what we wear as women, and especially if it's appropriate. If we show too much cleavage, if it's too short, even if it's tight jeans, it gets sexualized because we as a society has kind of just sexualized the woman body. Then there's this whole absurd thing about Then there's this whole absurd thing about women getting themselves into trouble because they wear a tight dress or a short skirt, and that the fact that they wear a revealing outfit is too tempting for guys, and that's what gets them into trouble, and that is how they get into sexual assault or rape. Like, that just gets me so mad. And talk about rape culture. There's absolutely no excuse for rape. Like, none at all. How about we stop victim blaming and we hold the people accountable who actually do the assault instead of the victims, and instead of blaming the outfit that the victim chose to wear that day. It's hurtful, and it's doing a huge disservice to the person who had to endure that pain. So rape culture is basically how we've normalized sexual assault and rape in society. We victim blame, we slut shame, and we objectify women and place them as sexual objects. And girls are taught from a really young age that they have to be careful, that they have to be careful to place their drink and leave it unsupervised, that they have to be careful what they wear, that they have to be careful to jog after hours. Guys are not taught the same thing. Guys don't have to worry the same way when they take a jog and it's after hours. They don't have to feel unsafe, and we shouldn't have to feel like that as women, but that's just the reality. But I just refuse to dress differently because I'm a woman and because I should feel unsafe. It's just ridiculous that an outfit is what drives a person to commit a rape. Like, I can't even wrap my head around that, and I just think that it's so insulting to the victim. At one point, every single time I went out for drinks with my friends or going out, there was at least one case of a guy grabbing my butt or in some way inappropriately touching me. And I just got so fed up with it that at one point I wore this t-shirt which said girls do not dress for boys, and then paired it with a really short leather skirt because I really wanted to say that even though this skirt may to you say that I'm dressing sexy and all of this, that does not give you the right to grab my butt or to harass me when I'm out with my friends. I'm not even talking to you, you should just leave me alone. Yeah, of course I'm not wearing that outfit every single day. And guess what? No one grabbed my butt that evening, but yeah, obviously you can't have that in writing on you every single time you go out. You should just be left alone. And by the way, that happens like no matter what I wore. If it was long jeans, if it was a short skirt, it didn't matter. And even when you as a girl wear leggings and you're out running in the summertime, you'll get bothered and you'll get catcalled. So I just hate the idea that that has anything to do with it. And of course, catcalling and getting your butt grabbed out and about is in no way the same as sexual assault or rape, and I'm not trying to compare that at all because it's in no way the same. It's just to try and describe that these things happen no matter what. It happens if you wear leggings, it happens if you wear sweaters, it happens if you wear a short skirt. It happens no matter what, so it's ridiculous to try and victim blame and to try and say that you are responsible for something very painful and hurtful happening to you just because of the outfit. We don't acknowledge the harm which sexual assault and sexual harassment causes. Women are so much more than their looks and what kind of outfit they wear. And rape is unfortunately a common crime, and to say that it's the victim's fault because she wore a short dress is just so hurtful, and I just resent that so much. We should support the victims and not question them. And this happens to guys as well, and for men it's really hard because males can't be the victim of sexual assault and rape, especially not if it's a woman who raped them, which is also a lie. And men often experience even more skepticism than women do. The fact is, women rape too, and men can often not validate the feelings they experience afterwards. There is just so much victim blaming, and it's also so much of this: you were asking for it, you were wearing a special outfit, or you were drinking too much, you knew him, he was your friend, yeah, but you've dated him for a year, you stayed at his place, you trusted him. It's always you, instead of actually allowing the fucking rapist to take responsibility for his actions. And then, why didn't you do anything? I mean, I can only imagine in that situation that how you get paralyzed with fear. It's just so crazy for me that there's so much power over humanity. And we see that a lot in these movements, in Me Too movements, in Surviving R. Kelly, all of this, which is just shocking when it gets out. But then again, it's crazy what people in power can do and get away with. And I think that it's time that we put a stop to rape culture and stop tolerating it. There's so many people who get away with this and not suffer any criminal consequences simply because we victim blame and we don't believe the victim. We need to discourage rape as a society. We need to teach our young men and women about consent and the meaning of that. This is a really uncomfortable topic to speak about, and I can only imagine if you've actually experienced it, and I'm so sorry if you have. But because it's so uncomfortable to talk about, that's really why we have to do it. We have to open up about it and start having this conversation, because rape culture is real and it's a thing. I feel like we have to step up as a society and we have to use our voice. Use your voice to help those who don't have a voice. Sexual assault happens to women and men, but men can jog at night without feeling scared. Men has been socialized not to feel fear in a situation like that, and women has been taught the opposite. And that's also why when an assault happened and you were drunk or you were wearing a short skirt, you kind of blame yourself because, oh, I was taught to be scared of this scenario. Oh, I knew that I had to be careful. Like, no, that's just not good enough. That's just no reason at all, and it's hurtful, and we need to stop victim blaming, period. Well, maybe you got too drunk. Well, maybe you wore the wrong outfit. Was it too revealing? Did you show too much skin? Do we have rape culture? Abso-fucking-lutely. Do we need to do something about it? Hell yes. How about we stop dehumanizing, objectifying, sexualizing people, men and women in general, and we start treating each other's like we are equals. Thank you for staying with me on this kind of uncomfortable topic, but it's also super important and it's super real and raw, and it's a reality, it's happening. So we need to get talking, and we need to not just talk about it but do something about it.